Good afternoon and welcome back to another trade review. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Today we saw HTGM. That was a huge ripper. So let's get right into it. So if I pull up the chart for HTGM, you can see this is a 6-month chart and then this is intraday. So let's have a look at what happened in the morning. You can see pre-market, it was having a high of about 686. Now usually what I would do is I would wait for the red to green move. So let's see where it opened up. So looking at this first red candle, you can see that it opened up around 650. Now the crossover 650 would be a bullish sign, but remember that in the first couple of minutes of trading, you want to let it settle out. So you want to see the price action, whether or not it's ripping at the start of the day or if it sells off. Most of the time, it's usually selling off. It came all the way back down to 597. You can see it right over there, $6 mark. And then it bounced back up and everyone was watching for this break of 650. When it broke 650, it went for this massive rip all the way up till $9, consolidated a bit for $9, and then broke out again all the way up to $11. And when it touched $11, it actually halted for a bit. You'll notice that when there's a lot of volume coming in and there's volatility, then what happens is Nasdaq actually halts the stock, and that's usually for about 5 minutes. Let's see what happened when this unhalted. So it came all the way back down from 1121 down to 959. And usually you see this quite a bit. So when there's an unhalt, you'll notice that it sells off. This is your opportunity to get in because you can see right after the sell-off, it bounced back up and it actually broke the previous high of day, which was 1121, and it ran all the way up till 1245 before selling off. And usually with these massive rippers, you see that after they sell off, they come back to the VWAP. So let's see what happened in this case. So after it sold off, it came back down to $10, but let's see what happened after that. So you can see it's consolidating, it's just going sideways, and then it forms this channel right here. So if I put a drawing, you'll be able to see this. So this is the base. The support, it's getting higher and higher, and then you got resistance right here. So this can be seen as an ABCD setup. What I mean by that is usually when it has a rip, it comes back down and the lowest point is A, and when it makes a new high, that's B, and then it comes back down, that forms C, and D is a breakout of this resistance level. So you can see where did that happen? Right over here to the right side. You can see the break of this makes it go for another run all the way up from 1180 all the way up till 1325, breaking that high of day again. After it touched 1325, it actually sold off, and you can see it's tanking right now. So it fell from $13 all the way back down to $11, and currently it's at 1121. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes all the way back down to 980 because it would bounce off the VWAP. So that's what I'm watching for, a bounce off 980. Personally, I might go in for a $10 support bounce because that's where it seems to be coming down to. One thing to know if you look at the 6-month chart, this was a stock that was at 285 just yesterday. So to see this go from 285 all the way up till 13 shows that it's overextended. What do I mean by that? Well, let's look at the RSI. So you can see the RSI is at 90.53. That means a lot of people have bought into this stock. So you can expect this to sell off. Therefore, my recommendation is to actually step back and learn from this and catch the next big play. There's no point chasing this anymore. It's already happened. People have made their money and they're getting out now. I wouldn't be surprised if this came all the way back to $5 because that was previous resistance on the 6-month chart. You can see right over here. Overall, this was amazing. This is what we were waiting for because the market hadn't seen one of these rips in the past couple of months, and everyone was looking for that next big breakout, and this is at HTGM. I really hope you guys made money on this. There were lots of opportunities if you look at the previous day as well. It went for a 30-cent run, and today it went for 185%, which is crazy. That's insane, but this happens, and that's why we're all here. We're here to make profit together. Moving on, apart from HTGM, everything else just slowed down, so the volume faded. So one trade that I actually went in on was NVCN. I was looking for the $2 break. If you look at the price action in the morning, you can see that it had a high of about 209 pre-market, but then it formed resistance pre-market at $2 as well. And since $2 is a whole number, I was watching for the break of that $2. So my entry was actually at $2, and I was looking for a profit around 210. But what happened was, when I saw it at 204 and it wasn't breaking out from there, I quickly moved up my stop loss from 195 to 199, and I got out for a 2-cent loss. Now on a regular day, this would actually rip. So I'm not disappointed that I took a small loss because if this was a Monday, I'm pretty sure that this would have gone on a huge rip. And what's important to recognize here is I implemented risk management. What I mean by that is I only risked about 2 cents for a 10 cents run. And since I didn't go my way, I was out for a small loss. Am I upset about that? Not at all. This was all being sold off, and the last thing you want is for you to be caught in this mess. So you either get at the breakout or you get at the support levels. You never buy when it's looking really choppy or even when it's consolidating. For instance, over here it's consolidating. You can see the high is 182 and support is at 175. So let's see the price action from here on. So you can see it cracked this 175 level, and after that happened, it came all the way back down to 160. So that's what I'm talking about. This was all consolidation. From 180 to 175, that was all sideways action. And when it broke down that 172 level, that's when it actually went further down all the way to 156. And now it's turned into a losing stock. So this is something you should stay away from. Those were the two plays that I was watching today, and that's where all the volume was as well. So I really hope you guys got something out of this. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning.